Hey, Scruffy. Gonna wipe the lens. Okay, yeah, the camera seemed a little blurry. So yeah, I'm kind of early tonight. I'm actually not going to go out for a run tonight. But instead I'm going to water the garden. But I want to do it as late as I can. Because yeah, you're supposed to do it late so you don't waste water with evaporation. And yeah, we're technically in water rationing. Although I haven't watered, I think I've watered the front in like a month now, so I'm like way overdue. Yeah. So I have more chicken skin and bone and kibble. So there's a lot of skin in there tonight. So it's probably a big giant meal. Yeah. And then I think there's going to be one more meal tomorrow. And then there's one more bone after that, but I think that one's with the... That was the same... I think that was the same batch as the one that Scruffy rejected. So I'll probably just throw that one away. So we're looking at 2 days at most. And then we'll probably go back to the normal canned wet cat food. Scruffy is kind of avoiding the glove. Yeah, I think it's too early. So I think last time I came out really early, he was kind of like this too. But I think last time he actually just woke up. This time, I think he's been up for a while. I saw him, I want to say about 20 minutes ago near the water bowl. So so I thought I'd take a shot and try to feed him a little earlier. Because yeah, I think watering after I feed him makes a little more sense because the sun will be a little lower. I don't want to do it right at sunset though. Probably should, but I got other things I got to do tonight. And I've been hungry all day, so I kind of want to eat. For some reason, yeah, I've been, like today especially, I just really want food. So I don't know what that's about. So yeah, it got hotter today, so it's actually uncomfortable in the house today. And that's another reason I didn't want to go out for a run or a bike ride today. I think I've been overdue for a rest day, plus it's hotter today. Not a great day to go out. I did do some pull-ups not long ago. And yeah, it's hot. Didn't see Scruffy. Scruffy wasn't spying on me. So I think the weather's supposed to be, it's actually supposed to be similar for the next 5 days or something. There's going to be small temperature variations, so it's going to go up and down a little bit. I think, I can't remember if tomorrow is going to be very similar today or if it's going to be a little less. At some point it'll get a little cooler, and I'll probably try to go out in those days. But unfortunately I think it's supposed to be hotter than it's been the past, 3 days. So 3 days it's been kind of hot, but it never actually got up to temperature as much as they had predicted. So it was kind of a local relief zone. So let's see. Yeah, I haven't made much progress on the refrigerator. I did notice this morning the temperature of one of the thermometers got up to, I think, about 40 when it was frequently hanging around 30, 35 or something like that. But I think this might be normal. Still normal for this refrigerator. So I think there are two things that are making it difficult to measure the temperature in a reasonable way. So the first problem is that the temperatures are not even in the refrigerator. And I happen to put this thermometer, actually most of them are in the back, and it's cooler in the back. And so even though I've set the refrigerator to, I think, 38 degrees, it actually seems to sway from anywhere from 32 degrees to 40 degrees. I think it's gotten as high as 42, and actually now I think about it, yeah, it was actually at 42 this morning, which is why I flagged it. 42 is a little high, but this leads me to the other problem. Because I cleaned out the refrigerator, there's actually very little stuff in there now, and because there's like nothing in there, almost nothing. I put a few things in there, but basically there's no thermal mass, so there's nothing there to retain its state. So basically, if I have a big giant block of food or something in there, it takes energy to heat it up. Whereas if there's nothing in there when I open the door, all the heat can, or all the cold air can fall out, all the hot air can get in and change the temperature pretty fast. And then there's probably some circulation in the refrigerator, so and then leakage of just general temperature leakage. And so having nothing in there allows the temperature to fluctuate more. So that's why I'm thinking 40 degrees is probably reasonable. 42 is like probably right on that edge. But since there's nothing in there, it's probably acceptable. But yeah, because I'm not seeing the problem where I got the 50, the 55 or something. And then I think when I was emptying out the refrigerator, it got into the 60s, and the unit didn't really kick in to keep it cool. Okay, I think it's food time. Okay, lots of chicken skin. I feel some loose fur under here on this side, but he's still shedding. Okay. So let's see, I didn't see Scruffy this morning, and then when we came out for lunch to bring out his water, yeah, I didn't see him. So I came out, and then he appeared down the aisle. I think, yeah, he might have been like around the corner or something, but he came in the sight. Oh, nice Scruffy. So I think he had a couple meows for me, and then after a little bit, I think I put down the water, and then after a little bit he did come towards the bowl. I'd already taken a step back, so from that distance, yeah, he was willing to approach. But yeah, he was really jumpy while I was standing there, so he kind of kept looking up at me, thinking I was going to make a move. And then anytime I flinched or swayed or something, he'd get nervous. And then I think when I finally made a move to go inside, he ran away from the bowl. I thought he would just stay there and get more water, but yeah, he ran away. Or, well, took a few steps back. I went inside. I actually then looked out the kitchen window for him. I didn't film this, but he continued sitting exactly where he was. So for the next minute or two, he just sat there. I thought he would go back to the bowl. I got bored, so I didn't wait for him to do something, so I just went on with my day. So I don't know if he went back to get more water, or if he left, or if he just sat down there and took a nap. Who knows? So I think Scruffy might be going for the bone. Not sure. He's moving the bone, but I'm not sure if he's eating the bone. So I think he's actually going for the skin. So usually I mix the food together, particularly with the pâtés. So I'll get a fork and make sure the kibble and the skin or anything I put in there is kind of well mixed together. Tonight I was lazy, and I just dumped the skin in there, dumped the bone in there, and then I dumped the kibble on top. So it's not really mixed in. But looking at the bowl, I think he is kind of going for the skin. And then maybe getting a little bit of kibble every now and then. But I think he's eating mostly the skin. It's actually really hot right now, so I'm actually sweating just sitting here. Yeah, so the other refrigerator experiment I was doing was with seeing how long it takes to defrost a block of ice. So I mentioned the other day that I caught the problem with my refrigerator because I had moved a frozen container of my soup into the refrigerator to thaw. That usually takes about 2 days to thaw out, and it was already completely thawed by the next day. So that was a clue there was something going on. It's not right. So I took that same container, filled it up with just water, and froze it. And I know the soup and the water may melt at different rates, but I'm hoping that they're pretty close. And I kind of, I just want to do it as a proof of concept. Or sanity check. So, anyway, so I put it in the refrigerator. So after I froze it, I put it in the refrigerator the other day. And after one day, which was yesterday, it was still pretty much frozen as I'd expect the soup to be frozen. And so I just checked it before I came out, and it's actually still fairly frozen. So I think it actually has a slower melting time than my soup. But it's tracking the soup much more closely than what happened the other day when the refrigerator wasn't working. So my goal is to let that finish thawing out in the refrigerator and then refreeze it, and then I'm going to test it in the other refrigerator to see if we get a consistent time. And that will give me some sense of if this refrigerator is currently having problems. I don't think it is, but problem is I can't watch it 24 hours a day, so there could be a period where it stops working and then suddenly it starts working again. And then the other test I'm doing is I have 2 jars of frozen water, and I put one in the fridge, in the refrigerator, and I put one in the other refrigerator, that little mini one. And seeing how fast they melt, and my theory is they should melt at about the same rate. And so far it looks like, they're melting at the same rate. Fortunately, these jars are a different size than the ones I use for my soup container, so, and I didn't have enough, I only had one free container for my soup, because all the other ones are still in use. Because their refrigerator, at least for now, seems to be working, I started moving some of the non-easily perishable stuff into it. Although I don't think I want to move everything. think I'm still going to reach out to some repair companies and probably try to see if they can fix it, which means I need to make it easy for me to clear out again. What a pain. And for curiosity's sake, I did check the Costco website for that freezer I've been thinking about buying, see if they had gotten any more in stock, and nope, still out. And I'm not surprised. When I talked to the sales rep a few weeks ago, they said, yeah, their inventory computer is telling them they're not expecting any shipments in the future. They said it's still technically in their system, so that means they could get future shipments, but they don't have any listings for receiving new shipments. So they think that means that there's probably a stock inventory problem. So it's just the manufacturer's not making them, or not giving it to Costco to sell. And yeah, I've looked at other places. The only other place I think I found is through an Amazon reseller, and they've really jacked up the price. And on top of that, you got to pay the shipping, and it's not cheap to ship because it's so big. So I'm not going to be buying that. Lowe's apparently sells it, or at least it's in their system. You can find it on the website, but they've been out of stock ever since I first started researching this. They haven't had any inventory whatsoever. Actually, they have a system where you can register your email address, and they'll notify you when it goes in stock. So I did that, and I think it was a few weeks ago, actually. I got an email or notification from them saying, yeah, this is still not in stock, but hey, don't worry, we have other refrigerator models we can sell you. And I don't think I was interested in the other ones, so I don't know if that means I'm not on the list anymore to get notified. Interesting. Scruffy doesn't want to finish his meal. So he ate all the skin, didn't want the bone, and there's a kibble there. Wow. Okay, folks, I think I'm going to leave the food out for Scruffy. I'm going to go water the garden, and we'll get one more chance to eat the rest of it, watering, and then I'm going to clean up. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.